This is the third clip I've done this month involving Greta Thunberg. And somebody was like, the other day was somebody was like, she's not going to date you, dude. And you know what? I don't want to date her. I'm not looking to date her. Okay, she's too young for me, even though we're like roughly the same age. I mean, within the context of like the history of the universe, we're pretty much the same age. Um, Also, I mean, she's at that age, so she's probably dating somebody. I expect. I hope they're probably into like lame stuff like sailing or leaving the house. I really never paid much attention to her until she dunked on Andrew Tate, and I saw all these like fascist freaks like getting triggered. Like she really gets under their skin, and that appeals to me. And one example of that is Jordan Peterson's recent appearance on the Joe Rogan podcast, and this is the two of them explaining to Greta what's wrong with her, I guess.
As a disciplined member of culture. But young people need to be offered something like a vision of destiny in order to catalyze their identity. And we're very, very bad at that, except on the ideological front. So the woke types come along and say, the planet's a virgin, the great father's a tyrant. You could be a hero if you just stood up to that. And the kids think, well, I'd like to do something important with my life. And so
Okay. So by woke types, I'm guessing he means climate scientists. So let's hear what he says again, because it's a little convoluted.
the planet's a virgin, the great father's a tyrant. You could be a hero if you just stood up to that.
Okay, so climate scientists go around saying that the Earth is a virgin and the great father, whoever that is a tyrant. Because what climate scientists like to do is put on a pair of leather pants, drop acid, and do improv poetry. Jordan Peterson likes to confuse people on purpose by speaking in the form of Led Zeppelin lyrics. Women are dragons of chaos, right? The earth is a virgin. The great father, whoever that is a tyrant. Well, that's a bunch of crackpot, pseudo-mystical doggerel. This hippie should be out playing hacky sack in People's Park with that nonsense. The earth isn't a virgin. Planets, in fact, don't even have sex lives. Now, there are people who have sex on top of planets, but they tend not to have sex with Jordan Peterson fans because Jordan Peterson fans listen to this crackpot hippie gibberish.
To that, and the kids think, well, I'd like to do something important with my life, and so they're just caught into that immediately. But because it's a one-sided story, a one-sided religious story is an ideology.
And a great representation of that is what they've done with Greta Thunberg.
Yeah, exactly. It's so funny, because I thought 10 years ago, we live in the delusion of a disturbed 13-year-old girl. How did that happen? And then, Greta Thunberg showed up, and I thought, oh, well, there we go.
So Jordan Peterson believes that T-Berg is not 20 years old, but 13 years old. And Joe Rogan, of course, believes that her name is Thornburg. But rest assured, folks, they know her better than she knows herself. You can trust them.
We've got the 13-year-old. I feel sorry for her, because she was chased into this apocalyptic terror that we're trying to enforce on all our kids. And then you think about her position, so now she's all afraid, and her mother's facilitating that like mad. And then,
Her mother is facilitating that like mad. Now, that's the revealing part, isn't it? Her mother, not her father, not both parents, considering the fact that neither parent ever had any interest in environmentalism until T-Berg pretty much dragged them into it. The father was an actor. The father is an actor. The mother is an opera singer. And until T-Berg got learned about climate change, they were perfectly content eating steaks and flying in airplanes to their various gigs around the world. Then T-Berg had this epiphany and dragged them kicking and screaming into her non-carbonated lifestyle because she's a baller. But of course, Jordan Peterson's natural instinct is to infantilize a 20-year-old girl and to cast the mother as a emotionally manipulative facilitator, a puppeteer behind the scenes. I think, and this is just a guess, it sounds to me like they're trying to reach their own incel audience by using their disdain for women as a means of whitewashing these oil companies, these corporations that destroy our habitat, by portraying the climate alert as some sort of feminine hysteria. If you're an alpha male, you don't care if the air you breathe is toxic. Am I right? Oh, by the way, I'm working on a bit right now. This is how it starts. I need a mic. Women be dragons of chaos. Am I right, fellas?